Nothing special in terms of the plays that we're going to run. We got some momentum going in the fourth quarter on some drives. Obviously, there was still some time on the clock where we wanted to run the ball because we were doing that more effectively than we were in the first half. But, we got in a situation where Braxton was able to make a play, and then, we were able to punch it in, drive the ball down and punch it in after that. I can't give enough credit to Coach Winter and Wartburg. They were an outstanding team. They had an outstanding plan in all three phases. I believe we shot ourselves in the foot, tight in the goal line area, didn't come away, had a field goal blocked, and then, we had a turnover. And ultimately, that's on me as the offensive play caller. I got to be putting our guys in better situations, but we had the opportunity to go down and score. The guys didn't flinch like they have all year, and I was, proud that they executed and we got the touchdown. Our defense played outstanding. We gave Wartburg a lot of momentum and put our defense in some bad situations, but, they responded and got the stops when we needed them.
Braxton was fourth quarter, a little run on the ball.
A little bit more time than Baldwin Wallace, but like Coach Dartt said, there's kind of some certain plays that earlier on in the game that I should have made and protected the football that, maybe the game doesn't come down to that, but I thought, the offensive line and the receivers and Echeverry stepping up for DeAndre, kind of going down, they did it all. Great job today, and I'm just lucky to play with all those guys.
Two key receptions in the game. They got a 36-yarder away, sort of the 27-yarder to Edmund got the ball through the goal line. Talk about those plays.
That was just a great job by Wayne, kind of finding space. He does a really good job on that one. It's kind of like just the kind of escape play. He always seems to be in the right space at the right time. It was a great catch by him, and then another good job by Ed, kind of expecting the ball and getting his eyes quick before that safety could come over and make a hit on him.
Tyler, were you in the end zone on the last time?
Yeah, I was. I was in the end zone. I was good. It was good.
Were you nervous when they were?
No. Because everyone looked at me and said they saw I was in.
Vaughn, talk about your forcing the fumble there down at the goal line.
So I didn't even know I forced the fumble until I just saw Mason on it and everyone was screaming. So I just thought it was a sack. But once I realized it was a fumble, it was pretty cool to realize that, to help out the team like that.
That kid came in with like 1,500 yards rushing, and I thought for the most part the defense did a pretty good job of controlling it. Could you just talk about what plays you guys have made, time after time?
Yeah, he was good. So our game plan coming in was obviously stopping the run. That's what we want to do every week. He was probably one of the better backs we've seen all season. So we were very key on stopping the run, making them throw the ball, and then once they throw the ball just to get to work and sack the quarterback.
Geoff, while the defense played damn well, you did give up some big plays. It looked like there were a couple instances where there were some little coverages maybe, or I don't know what happened. The guys were wide open. Their last two touchdowns.
Yeah, I think you have to give some of that credit to Wartburg. Again, we put our defense from an offensive perspective in some situations that they were on the field for a long time, and, guys get tired. I'm not making excuses. Obviously, we got to clean some of those things up, but the defense made plays when it mattered. And, ultimately that led to us getting the ball back. We were able to go down and get a score, and then they held on those last four downs. So, again, I give a lot of credit to Wartburg and a lot more credit to our guys for not flinching. We've been in some tight games, and they've always had the same mentality. We're going to step up and we're going to make the next play. And I'm excited that, we have 4 more opportunities to practice and then go play for a national championship.
Jeff, this week,
comes 1,487 days after Mount Union last played in the national championship game.
Mhm.
You got to be a part of that. What's it like to see these guys, obviously want to win next week, to finally get to that game after the obstacles of the past few years that you guys have had to endure?
Yeah, sure. I think, obviously COVID was frustrating for everybody, but, they stuck it through. And this journey started last year or I would say in early 2022 on January 10th. When they came back on that Monday for school, we talked about what we wanted to do in terms of attacking the offseason in the weight room, what we wanted to do in spring ball, and then the mentality of accountability and trust over the summer as guys went home, but they still were connecting with one another, making sure that January 10th, the day mattered, February 20th, the day mattered, in March, in April for spring ball, it mattered, and, here we are. So we're 14-0, and we go get an opportunity to go play for a national championship.
Jeff, do you think, I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if you guys want to add to that, being like last year, coming up a game short of the Stag Bowl, how much of that incentive was it for you guys to finally get back into this game?
Yeah, obviously, coming here, the expectation is to win a national championship, and it's very upsetting when you don't do it. But there's a lot to learn from. But like everybody and coach has been saying, you don't get a ring for going. So that's not our goal. Our goal is to win it, and we know we're going to be playing a great team, no matter who wins this other semifinal game. And I'm gonna have to play a lot better and protect the ball, and they're going to play a really good team next Friday night.
Braxton, from Plain City, Florida, right?
Right.
Being a Florida guy, can you talk a little bit about the Florida connection that's here at Mount Union with you and Chase, and talk a little bit about Plunk City?
And Tyler.
And that's just,
And Todd, too,
yeah,
right?
there's a lot of us from Florida. We always joke around with the Ohio guys and all that. So, but there's a lot of great athletes that come from Florida, and Wayne and Ty and DeAndre and all those guys being one of them, and they play really good for us.
Tyler, you're only a sophomore, but you get a chance to play in a national championship game. How do you feel about that?
Feel pretty good, but like Braxton and Coach Dartt said, we can't win it without, winning it. So we got to go there, handle business. We still got one more week. It's a blessing that we have one more week, but we still have one more week to work, but also to go handle business on Saturday. On Friday, my bad.
Well, how about you? How do you feel about it?
It's a pretty amazing feeling, but we come here not to play in it, to win it, to get that ring. So, like they were saying, it's an amazing feeling, but it's going to be better if we win it. So that we got to just go there and do our jobs.
Jeff, was the game plan to throw it 56 times, or is that just the way the game unfolded?
Yeah, you always go into the game with a plan in terms of what you want to do, what you've seen on tape. They did a lot of things what we thought they might do, and then I thought we did a really good job adjusting in the fourth quarter, going back to running the football. Obviously, from a statistical standpoint, they were very, very good defensively, so I was just happy that we were able to execute when we were gaining some momentum for ourselves.
You're Braxton. As a big fan of coaches, obviously John Gagliardi is a legend, right? One of his biggest things was don't say no, right? What, being a finalist for the Gagliardi Trophy, I'm sure you got a lot of questions already this week, but just talk a little bit about the meaningfulness of that and how exciting that is as a senior here at Mount Union.
Yeah, it's a great honor because of the person that the award's named after and what he's done. But really, it just kind of means to me that I get to play with a lot of great people, a lot of great athletes and receivers and offensive linemen, and the defense and my teammates are a reason because of that. You know, we're not a big believer in individual awards in football, and I think that's why football is the best sport ever. So it's really, you know, another team award, and I'm just blessed to play with those guys.
How does Coach Gagliardi was extremely positive. How does that positive influence sort of rub off on you being a finalist for the Gagliardi Trophy?
Right, you know, I think, you know, even today there were some tests that, you know, you try to stay positive during, and I thought that our team has done a great job doing that when we face adversity. You know, we've got to keep sustaining that and keep doing it.
You guys touched upon it earlier, but there's been some great finishes in just one season. What can you say about this team's determination?
Well, I think it's exactly that. It's determination. You know, it's never, you know, the offense is playing really good and the defense isn't, or the defense is playing really good or the offense isn't. These guys love being around one another. And I think when you get like-minded guys that have similar goals, that they love working and getting better, they can become the best versions of themselves. And I think that I know that's where we're at right now. You know, and I know I keep repeating myself. I think I repeat myself a lot, which they probably make fun of me when I'm not around. But, you know, we talked about opportunity. We talked about restoring the tradition in the off season, and we talked about finishing. And, you know, like Braxton said, whether it's Mary Hardin, Baylor, or North Central, we know that they're going to be extremely talented and they're going to be ready to play as well. We're excited about the opportunity, and that's it. Yes?
Obviously, you talk a lot about the process, keep focused. As you prepare the guys for Stag Bowl and the shot at winning the national championship, how do you keep the guys on the team process focused rather than worrying too much about winning the national championship and the outcome? What's the mindset going into the game?
Yeah, well, when you asked Braxton about, you know, being a finalist for the Gagliardi Trophy, you know, he immediately said he's fortunate to be around great people. And that's the type of guy he is, and that's the type of people we have in our organization. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, we're excited for the opportunity. That's all I can simply say. It's a testament to how hard these guys work on a daily basis to put the game plan together, to trust us as coaches, and then here we are right now.
All season long, your special teams have been very adequate. Today, the guys acted all day.
Yeah, that's something that we'll address, and it'll be better on Friday night.
And you think, Finley's return, I thought, really set the stage.
Well, I mean, you can't take away from what Lance did either. I mean, we get in those situations and we don't come away with points. I think, you know, in terms of, we always talk about, you know, execution and creating our own momentum. You know, those were two areas where we gave them momentum because we weren't able to execute and score points. So that can't happen on Friday because the team that we will be playing will be very, very good.
You had, you know, in a game like this, you had a number of guys step up. Jaden, Tyler, Lance. Is that what it takes to win a game like this?
Absolutely, yeah. We have 58 guys on the playoff roster, and I trust every single one of them, if they have to go into the game, that they will execute what they need to do, what we need to do, offense, defense, and special teams, in order to win the game. That was a great college football game that we just saw by two very, very good teams. We're excited that we got the win.
Braxton, can you talk about that final drive and, you know, how you kept the team focused and drove it out the field and won the game? Can you talk a little bit about your thoughts and keeping the
yeah, it's kind of the stuff that we kind of touched on earlier. Coach was talking about just keeping our poise, and that comes from experience and practice. And you know, we've practiced that scenario a couple of times, and you know, and it's never really like when it's in a real game. But I thought the guys did a great job, and they executed.
Being from Tampa, did you grow up watching any famous quarterbacks that you try to model yourself after?
I've always been a Tom Brady guy since we got to Tampa. That was pretty exciting for me. So.
Last one for Braxton, just a quick follow-up. Kind of piggybacking on Tom Brady. You know, you go in, you guys are down, you've been in that position before, you got Wallace. You as a leader, especially on the offense, what's kind of the mentality in the huddle that you just lead by example, just say, hey guys, if there's time on the clock, we got a chance.
Right. Yeah, and I think there's numerous guys in the offense that do that. They lead by example and keep their poise. You know, I thought all 11 guys, you know, stayed focused, and that's really what it takes.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.